Hi everyone, we're group 13. My name is John Kim. I'm accompanied by Shingda and Ash, and the title of our project is called The Ransomware Ecosystem on the Dark Web, Affiliates and Leak Sites. So for a project overview, this project examines the operations of ransomware groups within the ransomware as a service model, with a focus on the strategic use of leak sites to publicly expose stolen data when victims refuse to pay. By integrating open source intelligence with insights from public threat reports by organizations such as Microsoft, Verizon, and CrowdStrike, we aim to uncover how affiliates collaborate with core operators, identify patterns in leaked data, and analyze the evolution of these tactics over time. All research is conducted ethically, relying solely on the publicly available sources.
Our project is guided by 4 key research questions. First, how do affiliates and operators coordinate in the ransomware as a service model? We're interested in how these groups split responsibilities, share infrastructure, and profit from attacks, much like a business. Second, what patterns emerge in data leaks? We'll be looking at timing, like whether attacks spike at certain times, and also which industries and regions are most frequently targeted. Third, how are threat actors using leak sites to escalate pressure? We're analyzing how the public release of stolen data adds another layer of damage beyond just file encryption. And finally, what can we learn using only publicly accessible OSNT sources? We want to show how much insight can be gathered without needing to access or engage with the dark web directly.
Our research focuses on understanding how cyber threat groups, specifically ransomware and phishing actors, operate. We're comparing these groups in terms of their organizational structure, tools, tactics, and the motivations behind their attacks, whether that's financial gain, espionage, or causing reputational damage. We're also looking closely at the real-world consequences of these threats, like data breaches, financial loss, service disruptions, and the erosion of public trust. What makes our approach valuable is its groundbreaking real-world relevance. We're using publicly documented cases from industry leaders like Microsoft, Verizon, and CrowdStrike, and by analyzing threat actor behavior across multiple of these sources, we aim to identify consistent patterns, tactics, and procedures. Our research is anchored in well-established frameworks like MITRE ATT&CK, and we made sure to keep our scope ethical, transparent, and as accessible as possible to a wider audience.
To help illustrate our findings, we are creating several visualizations based on leak site activity. The first is a leak site timeline, which will show how frequently groups like LotBit and ALPHV publish stolen data over time. This helps us to see which group are most active and when. The second is a target heat map, which will highlight the industries that are most affected, for example, healthcare, manufacturing, and finance. The third is an affiliate behavior map, where we'll track patterns such as overlapping infrastructure, repeated use of the same ransomware templates, or poor OPSEC operational security by affiliates. As an example, we're looking at LockBit leaks from 2023 to 2024. Most of their targets were in healthcare and manufacturing. They often reuse the same data formats and ransom node templates across campaign. According to CrowdStrike, these attacks are linked to a threat actor they call Sprawling Spider, which helps connect LockBit to a broader ransomware trends.
As for our project timeline, we submitted our final proposal on April 22nd and completed our midterm presentation by today, May 1st. By May 6th, we'll have our first check-in with the TA to show our early progress and collected data. We aim to finish all data collection and visualizations, including a heat map of leak events, by May 15th. Our second check-in with the TA is scheduled for May 20th with a rough draft of our final case study, and the final draft will be ready by May 26th. And we'll wrap up our final presentation on May 30th. For the group contributions, Shingda is focusing on threat group profiling and the literature review. I am focusing on open source intelligence data collection, timeline, heat map visualizations and report. And Ash will be focusing on data validation, visual formatting, and case study assembly.
Next up are our final deliverables. Our goal is to create around an 8-page case study with around 25 sources, and this includes visualizations like a timeline of leak activity, as well as a heat map by sector, and an affiliate operator relationship map. And we hope to have all of this done by the time we get around to doing our final presentation and final slide deck. And with that, are there any questions for us? And any of these questions may be for our OSINT methods, our group profiles, and how we integrate threat intel reports. Thank you so much. These are our references. Thank you.